Okay, this is a real quick tutorial video on registering for, on adding players to your roster as the team captain. So let me log out real quick here. So when you go to the main site, you will see this page. This bar sort of just floats into the top as you start to scroll down. But what we're most concerned with is right here where it says, sign in. So you're going to log in with the information I sent out with your username and password. You may have to sign the waiver when you first log in and fill out some other registration information. But when you first log in, you'll see that you've got My Team here. You'll also see your name. When you click on your name, you see team pages. It'll all be all the different teams you manage or that you're a part of. So if you manage one but you're just a player on another, you'll see both of those listed. Same with My Team. I think it should say My Teams and it should have the listings. The first time you click in, if you are the team captain and you have less than 3 people on your roster, you're going to get this invite players box. Basically, it's going to always pop up until you have 3 people or more in your roster. You have a link here that you can just email out to your teammates. They'll be able to, log into the website, create a, register an account with, using their username, their password, and all the registration information, sign the waiver, and then join your team this way. It's a unique link for your team only. Or you can use the forum. I think the link may have some advantages, but I'm going to use the forum for the demo's sake. So I'm going to invite John Martin 5. I've done this a couple times, as you can see. Maybe you can't. The send invites is just going to send an email over to them. You can see I was doing a test earlier and added to John Martin 2. So you can see this person who's just a normal player on my team, John Martin 2, is, I can make them a co-captain, I can move them to inactive, or I can remove them from the team. If I move them to inactive, they show up down here. I can make them active again. I can make them a co-captain if I want to, or I can completely remove them from the team, or you want to entirely remove this player from the team. You can click yes. This is the person I just invited. So they got an email basically saying, "Hi John, you've been added to the Dolls and Balls team. Your username is this, your password is this. Please, and here's the link to the website. Please log in and finish your registration." So, and that's the email they'll get. As a team captain, I'll go through and explain some of these other items on the team page. You've got your team info. You can change the name, or you can fix the name if we spelled it wrong or missed some punctuation or something. You can update your jersey colors. Every time you save anything, because you don't have 3 or more players, now this invite players link is going to pop back up. Invite players will go away once you have 3 or more people, but the add new players will always stay. So if you've got a roster of 15 people but you want to add 5 more, you'll click on this add new players and then you can invite them. The track team payments, I've already set it up for mine, so you won't see the setup information, but when you first click it, it'll ask you if you want to set up a WePay account. WePay is like PayPal, and you can receive payment through it. But even if you don't receive payment through it, you can keep track of who has paid outside of the system. So if somebody gave you $5 cash, then you'll be able to mark that they've paid $5. And they won't, they'll stop getting reminders saying that they need to pay you. There are no matches scheduled, but once they are, this is where you'll see your upcoming match information. I believe it'll say who it's playing against. I know it will be the time and the date and the location, and you'll be able to RSVP here. So find players is a link to the free agent list. From the free agent list, you can create a player search, which is what this is, or you can just browse the free agent list where you can filter by skill level or position or night available. So if you're a Sunday night team, you're only looking for Sundays, and it'll filter people out. Once you find somebody you like, you can message them, and it says, message threads are only visible to yourself and the free agent. So they will have this information there. And as you can see, I've already messaged this person before saying, please join my team. So go ahead and go back here. So if we remember, John Martin 5 was invited. So I'm going to log out and I'm going to log in as John Martin 5. So the first time they sign in, they'll have to sign the accept the waiver. It's the same waiver that was on our old website. And then when they get in, they'll see my team. So for my team, they can go in. It made both blocks red. Sometimes it makes them a different color. But from here, I can see my own information. I can't assign myself a player number or anything like that. That's for the team captain to do. But I can chat, and I will be able to RSVP here. And then that is pretty much it for that person. If somebody is coming to the website and they have created an account already, but they haven't been invited to your team yet, let's say they're a free agent or something, then this is how they'll register. Let me sign in this. I think it's this one. So they won't have a team. It'll just say find a team. So they can browse the free agent list. They can, when they find a team, it'll take them first to these, all these, they're called player searches, and so that they can, look for teams that are looking for people. If they already know what team they're going to join, they can just go back to the home page and click on this join your team. And from here they can create a new team also. But they can go down and they can find your team and click submit. It says your request has been sent to the captains. We will email you once they've approved your request. So if I log back out and log back in as the team captain, then when I go to my team, I will see that this person, John Martin 2, is pending approval. I can approve the join request. They're good to go. And as the team captain, so you can browse and you can add files or pictures for the people. It's not something we're going to do now, but we may one day in the future phase out player cards and only use the player cards for when teams need to take them to tournaments. We may do the player check-in with the refs even through this website, because there's a very mobile version for the refs to be able to use, so they can just check in and they can see your image for your roster and just mark, click on you real quick to mark that you were here and you were present. We may do that in the future. So team captains, I do recommend that when you've got time, it's not imperative, but when you've got time, go in and maybe upload the photo that you used when you created your player cards, back whenever you did that. So as you can see, this is pretty much the whole gamut of adding players to the teams. Don't forget, if you're looking for players, you can browse the free agent list, and you can also create those player searches, sort of like, almost like personal ads for your team, just saying, hey, we're looking for a female defender, and I will talk to the admin about, right now it doesn't list what gender of player you're looking for, but I know that's really important for our co-ed teams, so I'll see if I can get that updated so you can specifically say that you're, not just in the text here, but you can specifically say, we're looking for a female defender for our co-ed team. So if you have any questions, please just post them in the comments below. If something is truly not working, you cannot figure it out, you can go ahead and shoot me an email at president@hwsa.org, and I will work with you. Alrighty.